and welcome to Over 50 Shades of Great. I'm Deborah Reed, and I am so happy you're here. If this is your first time listening, this podcast is about honest conversations with people who remind us that life's greatest changes can also lead us to our greatest growth. Please subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if today's conversation inspires you, share it with a friend. Today, I'm joined by Kristen Doute, who many of you know from Vanderpump Rules and The Valley. Audiences have watched Kristen navigate friendships, relationships, heartbreak, and reinvention with a level of honesty that has always been unmistakably her. Let's dive in. Kristen.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so happy you're here.
You too. And this is so beautiful.
Thank you. It's our little oasis in the backyard.
Yes.
You worked with my husband on The Valley for a couple of seasons. And when he came back from his first day of filming with you, he's like, Kristen is my greatest joy and my greatest challenge. And I love her so much.
Challenge? That's such a nice word. Did he really say challenge?
I don't know. But you guys got along so well. Like he got you. He was like,
my favorite.
Yeah, he really had a good time on the show.
I would request
feel
him
really welcome
for every scene that was, especially like the difficult one.
Yeah.
And I always did that on Vanderpump Rules. Like you just vibe with a producer where you feel like the ones that don't try to trick you. And you're a producer, obviously, but it's like, I don't want to be tricked and I don't want to be manipulated. But like, where's the world that we can meet where you get what you need and I feel like I'm
maintain my
truth.
dignity.
Right.
Yeah.
So, that's why.
No, and that's why I loved working, because we actually met on Bachelor.
Yeah.
And that's why I love working with him, because he was like, there was so many different producing styles and like I was sort of learning it and I was like, that's not really my vibe. And he's always very much like, this is the truth.
Yeah.
Do with it what you will.
Yeah.
And, and then that gives you agency to be who you need to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think too, like, it's interesting because I think in reality, people don't understand that you're a real person.
Oh, 100%.
Right? They think that
the character on
you're a character on a TV show, or that it's scripted, or that you're creating all these things, but it's actually your real life.
Yes. Especially this time in my life.
Yeah. I mean, so many different themes. Yeah. I guess it's one thing when you're like partying and dating and just having fun, but then now you actually have a family and a life.
Right. The stakes are so much higher now.
Yeah.
Where like my Vanderpump days, even Valley season 1 was like, the stakes weren't very high for me.
Right.
I didn't really have anything to lose by just being messy or whatever it was. Yeah. Where now I'm like, I find myself now that, we filmed Valley this past season. She was like 2.5 months old when we started.
Wow.
And now
That's
she's
soon.
over 13 months old. So very night and day how I feel as a mom, obviously. Yeah. But I noticed myself like thinking about, okay, if we get another season, what is that going to look like for me? And I can't help but to be honest. Like it just is word vomit out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. But I also now have like this small human who has no sense of logic, only emotion, and she can't advocate for herself. Mm-hmm. And like my job is to be the best version of me in order to take care of her. So now how am I going to balance?
Yeah. That's a really interesting sort of shift, because like you're so right. Like, I mean, the thing that made you so wonderful and that the fans really loved you is because you would just be whoever you were in the moment, right? But now you have somebody sort of looking up to you and like looking for guidance of who they're going to be.
Right.
And so it's an interesting new line to walk.
Yeah, like I've realized like it's not going to change. It'll never change the honesty and the truthfulness and the need to be like a social justice warrior in a way.
Right.
And I've been asked in the past, like, would you ever let Kaia watch, past seasons? And I'm like, if that stuff even exists for her to, if it's tangible for her to be able to get a hold of, in 16, 18 years or whatever, like, would I mind? And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because my story is not that different than a lot of people's stories. You just happen to catch mine on TV.
Right.
But I think the difference for me now, and I was literally watching true crime the other day thinking about this. And I'm like,
just to relax.
Yes. I'm like, oh, they're worse off than me. I'm doing so much better. But I was really like watching true crime and I was thinking about it. And I'm like, I've always been that person, that friend who is like, where are the bodies? Or like, well, I'll help you bury the bodies.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And now I'm like, no, I'm the person who's going to call the police. So please don't tell me where the bodies are
La, la,
or
la,
that
la,
there's
la,
a body because I'm not giving up my whole life and my daughter's well-being because you messed up. Oh no, is this what it's like to be a mom?
It is interesting though, like to think about like, because last year you and I both became moms.
Yeah.
We adopted, so I wasn't carrying, and but it's different, but it ends up all the same.
It does.
But it was weird because within a 48-hour period, we went from there was no possibility to we were going home from the hospital with a baby. And we didn't, like Herbert even said, he goes, when I had my first son, Bodhi, he goes, we had 9 months to think about it.
Right.
It was still a shit show when everybody was born and, and it's hard, but like you had time to ruminate on it. And he goes, now this is like, we're just in it. Like it's happening.
Like right now.
Yeah. But it all ends up the same place.
But it does. Yeah. I mean, in Luke, that's something that Luke and I have considered and would consider because I didn't know if I could get pregnant with Kaia, being in my 40s, like, are the eggs still good down there? Like, what are we working with? And we had to try really hard for a couple of years to make that work. But I just think regardless if I'm carrying it, if some, like I have friends who have used surrogates or adoption, like whatever we can do at the end of the day, like you're still her mom. And that is, the pregnancy was the thing that people warned me about, told me about. They always talk about pregnancy. Like you're going to feel this way emotionally, mentally, maybe, but physically, the bump, the glow, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I barely remember pregnancy. Like I'm aware of it. I'm very aware of how I felt during moments, but the second I gave birth, it was like none of that even mattered.
Right.
It's just all about day one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like day one again.
Yeah.
And also too, like going through the journey of wanting to be pregnant. Did you always want to be a mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Very maternal.
Interesting.
It's more than I even wanted to be married. Like I wasn't like, I want the Prince Charming and the babies and the white picket fence, but I was like, I want to be a mom.
Yeah.
I just didn't know when, how, who. I mean, it was like every guy. I was like, every guy I'm going to marry and then he's going to be the one. And I'm so glad I did not listen to that voice and that I waited.
Yeah. Because Luke feels like a very different type of guy that you might have dated. And you guys seem to have, I'm sure it's been challenging, adjusting to new life, but you guys seem to have a really good, fun relationship that's maybe very different than what you've had before.
More balanced. I mean, definitely the baby part of it throws a wrench in any relationship, especially ours. But the balance is what has kept me so intrigued, why I'm with him, why he's the perfect father for our daughter, because his patience, and I mean, now I have a lot of patience because of Kaia, but like pre-Kaia, I was a very impatient person. And he is someone who like self-described, he always lives in neutral. He doesn't really like being too down or too up. He just kind of likes to live in the neutral zone. And my brain did not understand what that meant.
To us, that was boring 15 years ago,
mean?
Right?
I'm like when I'm asleep?
Right. You mean when I'm unconscious and quiet asleep, dreaming?
Right. I don't get it.
But it's actually more supportive.
Very much. Yeah.
And baby, everybody, particularly with the adoption side of thing, I get that quite, I'm sure you get it all the time. How does it feel to be a mom? Yeah. And it's such a bizarre question.
It is.
Because I'm like, it's weird. I feel no different on one hand. And then on the other hand, everything is changed.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that's the same anymore.
Yeah.
And I operate in a different headspace now. You don't even realize you're operating in a different headspace.
You don't. It just is.
It just is.
This is life and this is how it is now. And it's like I have obviously 40 plus years of memories of not having a baby with me, but somehow I don't really remember what it's like to not be Kaia's mom.
Right.
It's just how it's supposed to be and what's meant to be for the rest of my life. It's very wild.
Yeah. It is crazy. It was just that moment of like, I mean, everything feels normal, but like nothing is the same, but in a great way.
Yeah.
What would you say has like been challenge for you that maybe you didn't think you were going to come up against? Like one of those changes.
There's so many. I think the biggest one, like right from the start, was like expectation versus reality. And I don't know, maybe if I didn't have social media and the internet and like the ways to watch these mom influencers, or like, I don't know if you've seen the stuff that shows up in my algorithm, but like, you know, you see like
it definitely changes as soon as you have a baby.
Like helping the mom put her, you know, period panties on after the C-section or whatever it is. And I'm sitting here like, oh, like flutter, like Luke's going to be my nurse, or I don't even know what the expectation I had was. And I think he also had one, whether it was like a dreamland, fantasyland, the perfect family dynamic, but it's like, that's just, no, like in every month that we had Kaia, you know, as you know, like there's at 2 months or at a month old, like they're not sleeping at all. And then, or like every 2 hours. And then all of a sudden you have like a cool little area. And then at 4 months, this happens. And there's always these regressions and these leaps. And it's
just when you think you've got it sorted, everything changes.
And just at whatever point I realized, like just accepting it's always going to be changing. And to just be okay with the change. And that's something I'm not good with change. Like I like things to kind of be the same all the time. Like I like to expect what's coming next. And this was like, ha ha ha.
Joke's on you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that was the biggest thing. And that's carried on throughout the last year or so.
Yeah. It's interesting what you're saying about the expectations. Cause even on yourself, like I remember the first like month, like I was terrified. Like, I don't think I'd ever held a baby, you know, like it wasn't like I was equipped and ready and done the classes. So it was just like, I'm like, I'm supposed to get this. I'm supposed to know it. It's supposed to be intuitive. It's supposed to all just flow, and I'm supposed to be okay and not be frustrated or not be exhausted. And, you know, but so then it was like a lot of self-judgment.
Yeah.
Which I obviously had to let go of. But it is hard because it's like you're sort of still like multiple people, right? You're still wife or fiance or lover or businesswoman, but now you're mom. And it's like, where do you fit in all of this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a huge thing. It was obviously a lot physically for me after giving birth, but way more than just the physical of it was like the mental and the emotional of like just literally looking at myself in the mirror, not looking at my body, but just looking at my face and being like, who are you?
Right.
And then I think once I let go of that ideology that like I had to figure out who I was I pre-Kaia Kristen mixed with mom? And it was like, I'm just literally someone, I still have all those Kristen things, but like, I'm just someone completely different now.
Yeah.
And just be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And that you're still evolving.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Like it's not like you've figured it all out yet. And I don't know if we ever really do, but you also want to still be you. Like, I'm sure you still have things you want to do and things you want to be, but like, this is, you know, so
I'm
much
like
of it.
trying to find my way back. Like I went from being a very major social butterfly to just being very okay with being isolated. And I don't know if I just in the beginning sort of okayed it because pregnancy was isolating, postpartum is isolating. Just being a new mom is very isolating. Yeah. And I think at one point I started, like just being okay with it, even if maybe I wasn't okay with it. Right. But now I'm like, no, I don't really want to go out or like, I don't want to do the same things. Yeah. Those things don't fulfill me the way staying at home with my kid and watching her babble can fulfill me. But I do think as time.
They're just so damn cute.
I just want to squeeze her. But I think as time, like you were saying, just like as time keeps going on, like I'm just going to be ever evolving and figuring it out and then not figuring it out. And just kind of being okay with that.
That must have been a lot, though, then going back to filming so soon while you're in that sort of identity shift, because I'm sure the show is expecting other things from you, right? And you're like, well, I'm in this space, or maybe they weren't. Maybe they were very happy to let it just unfold.
I think in the beginning they were fine letting it unfold because it was something so vastly different. Kristen on the show like has ever been. But then there was a point I remember like halfway through the season and having conversations with some of my producers, like as we do mid-season, like, how are you feeling? What's going on? Is there anything you feel like we're not talking about or things you're feeling? And there was a point where they were like, your relationship with Luke and you being a mom is so compelling, and we're so appreciative of your honesty. However, in any other setting, you're sort of just fading into the background. And I was like, I'm kind of okay with that.
And the problem is?
Yeah. Because at first I was like, am I insulted? Should I be worried? Do I need to perform? But I was like, but that's where I'm at right now. You guys caught me a few months after giving birth. Like, I'm giving you what I can give you, the best of me. And that's what I have to give right now.
And gosh, that's pretty powerful, because like those old tropes that you could get sucked into, right? Like you said, the performing, or I'm not delivering in the way, I'm letting people down.
Yeah.
But like
I'm not speaking up enough. I must be feeling and thinking things that I'm not outwardly saying because I'm more quiet than usual. I'm like, no, but I'm thinking about my kid all the time.
Right.
Little potato sitting at home is all I can think about right now. And again, like moving forward now, she's 13 and a half months. I'm like, oh, wow, I feel really different. Like I'm starting to feel like I kind of like have myself again.
Yeah, like in the rhythm. It's very discombobulating that first year. And I feel like it's weird. They hit a year and something big shifts and you're like, oh, okay, this is a person.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a different, tone on it. But that's, listen, good for you for speaking your truth. But you also shared a lot of I think, very intimate and personal details about the truth about what it is like to have a baby and what the postpartum scenario looks like. Because I kind of, like you said, everybody's like, focus on the pregnancy. Oh my gosh, you have a baby. That's so exciting.
And then everybody,
like, But then how's Kristen?
Yeah. People stop caring. They're like, what? But you gave birth. You're fine. Like, okay.
When I realized when the gifts didn't come to me anymore,
right?
I was like, I haven't gotten a good gift in like a year and a half.
That's hilarious.
But I'm happy she's getting all these amazing gifts, but like definitely like suffering on
that. Yeah. There was no point. I don't even think I had it in me to try to paint a picture that wasn't exactly what was going on. Like to try to sugarcoat it or make it look pretty or beautiful, or like put makeup onto film or wear something other than what I really wore at home, which was like sweatpants and, like nursing bras. Even though I wasn't even nursing. It was just, they were comfortable. Like, and I remember like having to go out with some girlfriends for dinner one night when we were filming, like pretty early on, and how catastrophic that was for me to just get dressed. Wow. And it was like two of my closest girlfriends, like my best friends, like they don't care. And I certainly don't care if people watch the show and go, oh, wow, she doesn't look like she, has herself together. I don't care. But there was just something about like stepping foot outside my door, going to a restaurant out in public that just terrified me.
Wow.
So
what do you think that was about?
It's really weird. I had to think about it for a while because I was like, I'm not afraid of judgment. It was more like how I felt about myself. Like, who do I think I am putting on this dress and these like cute boots and curling my hair right now? Because internally I don't feel what I'm projecting outward.
Right. And also too, I mean, I feel like a child is all about authenticity. Like, I mean, they look at you. There's no pretending. They can't pretend. They don't know how to do that yet.
100%.
And we also, I think, as parents, like I know, like I sort of grew up in a family that was very much like, put a smile on and pretend like everything's okay.
Yeah.
And so they're so honest and so authentic. And then it's like sort of like holding a mirror up to you of like the places in your life that maybe you're not being, or you don't feel comfortable enough to be anymore.
Yeah. Yes. Such a good point, really.
Yeah.
And I know Kaia doesn't understand right now, like when I'm putting on makeup, like today, my hairstylist was there like with the blow dryer, and all she heard was a blow dryer sound and thought it was hilarious. Like, she has no idea what's going on. But I have trained my own self every time she sees me with makeup and like lashes on that it's fancy face.
Right.
This doesn't make me pretty.
Right.
It doesn't make me beautiful. It just means I have fancy face on because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to put fancy face
you need to put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Your t-shirt.
Yeah. But I want to like just drill that into her brain that if we want to get dressed up and we want to like put makeup on and jewelry and hair and whatever it is, because it's fun. Like when she, you know, in a couple of years, she'll be playing dress up with her little friends. I want her to, as best I can, to keep that train of thought that this is for fun, not because it's necessary.
It's interesting, like, particularly I think as women too, like having a daughter now, and then to that point, like what you're modeling for them, what you're putting out for them to look as normal or not normal or as a prerequisite or requirement. Like it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah, for sure. And I can't remember, a mom friend said to me a long time ago, like when I was pregnant, that it's not the way that you, I'm sure this is some big person quoting this, but it's not the way that you speak to your kids that they will like remember and use, but it's the way you speak about yourself. So over time, I was like, so as I'm telling Kaia at 1 year old, like, this is fancy face, this is fancy face. She has no idea what I'm talking about, but I repeat it anyway.
Right.
I'm like, I should start listening to myself because if she ever caught me looking in the mirror and being like, ugh, I feel fat today, or I feel this, or I look old, or blah, 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 that's what she's going to remember.
Right.
So if I can start convincing myself, this is fun. Like putting makeup on is fun, and wearing a dress and going out to dinner with your girlfriends is fun, but it's not expected. It's not everyday life. It's not necessary.
Right. But you're so right about because we're women, we're incredibly hard on ourselves, right? And the most judgmental of anybody will be ourselves on ourselves. And then being careful to not let that dialogue get out, because which is so nuts that we do it to ourselves, but then we don't want to do that to our daughters.
Right.
It's so crazy.
So it's like, I'm not willing to do it for myself, but if it means I can do my best to stop talking negatively about myself for her, then it's just a win-win.
Yep.
It's all a work in progress.
We're putting on the training wheels here. What would you say, like, is the biggest difference that you notice in yourself before she was born to now?
I think what I spend my energy on.
Interesting.
It's still fun to like my village has gotten a lot smaller, tighter, closer, and so helpful. And the people that I surround myself with are people that I would, like cut a pinky off for.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's actually the first part, is like how much my village has gotten smaller, but tighter, stronger. And as much as I love like the gossip here and there and like tell me the tea, I can't expend my energy anymore doing that. I can't feed into it. I can't let it carry over. It can be a fun conversation, but I can't harbor those things. I can't.
It doesn't go with you.
Fight for you. I can't like take my extracurricular time and like, fight those battles for you or go crazy like I used to.
Wow. That's a big shift.
Yeah. Huge.
It must feel pretty good.
It does, because I have less baggage.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at some point I'm going to have to, I don't know, I have time, but like at some point I'm going to have to be like, okay, now where are my like hobbies again? Or what are the things that I love to do? I just don't feel ready or prepared for that quite yet.
Yeah. Well, and I also think too, like, you had a baby a little later, and same for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like because we both weren't guaranteed that it was going to happen, like, I don't want to miss any of it.
Same. You're absolutely right.
Right? Because we worked so hard to get there. And then I don't want to like now, before I would be gone like 6 months of the year filming a TV show.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that anymore.
Right.
Because what's the point of going through all this to then miss her growing up?
No, that is spot on. Those are things I've even said to Luke, because as a dad, I don't know what it's like to be a dad. I don't know what it's like to be a first-time dad. Like, I have no idea. I can only go off of the things that he tells me that he feels. But I know, especially when she was little, something that I had an issue with, because I didn't know any better, was like, why don't you want to stare at her while she sleeps, Luke? Like, I love staring at her when she sleeps. And he's like, I'm going to go to the garage and do like manly things out there. And I was like, but but look at how cute she is. And he's like, oh my God, like, no, I want to do this, that, whatever. And to me, like every second was like, I could miss that yawn or like her eyes opening or something like that. Yeah. So that's like to the nth degree.
Right.
But even now, I still, and like now, like she has her first steps. Like I cannot imagine if I had missed one of those moments.
Right.
Like she has a nanny and we told her nanny, like if she ever takes her first steps, just lie to me. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me about it.
I don't.
Like, here it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like just fake it. I want to be sure that I'm the one. But yeah, even it's like the milestones, but just the moments of like, I'm shy now, or I'm like very, I don't know, like outward with my feelings or whatever those shifts are. I want to be there for all of it. And that means more to me than like going out to a bar with my friends.
Yep. Yeah, I know. It's funny because one of our friends is like so sweet. She's like, you guys need to go out on a date night. We'll watch, Rooming for You. Off you guys go. We go and we just want to get back home.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, why are we out here?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Let's go home. Yeah.
I know. I'm working toward like my goal right now is that Luke and I can get like one night away and like
it is. It does. I think it's
like
important.
not just like a dinner, but like maybe we can like go stay in a hotel or just something. We're still really close by, but something where we have a little bit of an overnight. But I've only been away from Kaia 3 times in no more than 48 hours.
Wow.
And I prefer it that way.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could say that right when she was born, because we were like, Herbert was shooting a show. I was shooting a show. She was born, she came home. So we were very much like, you got this because I have to go, blah, blah, blah. So I was gone.
She's that little.
I know, but like, we're also like.
The positivity is that she will not remember any of it.
Totally. It was more for me.
Right.
Because it was like, it was so soon. I think she was maybe 2 months. And then I was gone for a month. And it was like so weird because I'm like away and I'm working. I'm like, I'm a mom now. But I feel so disconnected from everything. Yeah. And it was like really.
Like your heart's at home.
Yes. It was really bizarre. It was very out of body. And then I came home and then Herbert went away. And so thank goodness we were able to.
Back and forth.
Yeah. Play team because we got through those first couple of months. But then recently in April, I went away for a month and it was right over Mother's Day.
Oh.
And that was a real kick in the guts.
Yeah.
Like not being there for the first Mother's Day and feeling like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
But then life still has to happen.
It does.
Right. And so that's the other sucky part.
Yeah. I mean, I will say like, as tough as it was to film, I feel very lucky that the job I have right now is one that follows my life.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I'm very lucky because I cannot imagine having to like clock in and clock out every day and like leave my daughter.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine, like I think about it now, like single parents.
I know.
I mean,
I've thought
my
of that.
mom was a single mom of 3 kids.
Yeah.
Almost my whole entire life. And I had no grace to give. And now I bowed down at my mother's feet. Like, how did she do it?
Yeah.
Luke goes away for a week at a time and I still have help and I'm drowning sometimes.
Right.
And I love it, but I'm drowning.
Right.
And I just can't imagine.
How she did it.
Like hats off to every single mom, dad, parent.
But yeah, moms, like a newfound appreciation to anybody that has raised a family on their own, because even just a simple thing of going to the bathroom and not turning around and not having nobody to just hold her.
Yeah.
Like so your mom's an incredible person.
All parents, like single moms, single dads. I mean, just parents doing it together like you guys are, like we are. I'm still just like, I bow down to all of you.
Yeah.
This is really hard.
Yeah.
And we want another one, but I'm like, I
was going to say, I
don't feel ready yet.
I don't know, but I feel like that's the sort of point of it all. You're never really ready, right? I've had a lot of people come and ask me about the adoption process, right? Which is wonderful because like I didn't have anybody to really talk to when I was going through it.
Yeah.
So we figured it out as we went. So I'm so happy to give whatever advice I can give and guidance. But my biggest feedback to everybody is, even if you're not 100% sure yet, just start the process.
Yeah.
Because it takes so long and you will be waiting to be emotionally ready for it. And it will never happen until it happens.
Yeah. That's so true.
So just keep moving forward and it'll figure itself out.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, it's in God's hands, to the universe's hands.
Yep.
Whatever is meant to happen.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But you are thinking about possibly.
Yeah, I was raised with a brother and sister. Luke he's a family, like there's 4 kids. And I just loved having siblings, and I would love for her to grow up that same way. I never envisioned myself as like a mom of an only child.
Yeah.
And she's so social these days, and she just loves people and loves little kids. And I'm like, Luke, just watch. Like, it's going to become Christmas and she's going to ask for a big brother. And then we're not going to know how to explain that you can't just have a big brother, because she loves.
Why isn't it under the Christmas tree?
Right. Like she loves like her little friends that have like older siblings and she thinks they're hilarious. But I'm like, it just I can feel it in my gut and my soul.
Yeah.
But
it's
then
a very
the
special
question
bond.
lies, can we?
Right.
We don't, or can I? You know,
Right.
I'm not sure.
We
together, but my body
yeah.
is really where it'll start. And if we can't, that's when we have already discussed like, okay, what are the other options? Would we be willing to? And I know that we both would. I think the hardest thing for me and I used to joke about it when I was pregnant, and I was like, I don't know how surrogates do it, because I hated being pregnant. People that are like, I love being pregnant. I just feel like, I'm like, God bless you and your gold star vagina, but like, it's just not for me. I would go through it 100 more times, of course, but like, I did not glow through it the whole process. So I used to joke about like surrogates are just another level if they carry this baby for someone else. But then after carrying Kaia, I was like, God, could I do a surrogate? I don't know.
Right.
But I think if it came down to the options and our options,
if it meant that you weren't going to be able to have,
correct, then I think I would do anything.
Yeah. I mean, her being in your body is just such a special experience.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't the glow, right?
No.
But
I mean,
that bond is still
the
amazing.
only like real memories I have now, it's like when she kicks me in the middle of the night, because as I told you earlier, like we co-sleep. And then I'm like, that's right, where you used to kick me. Memories.
No, it's crazy, because even Herbert was like, he's like, how do you like it? Like, do you like being, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's such a weird question, but like, is it everything you thought it would be? You know, and I, for me personally, like I actually never really thought about having kids, because it was very much attached to me about who I was with. And so I'd been with partners that I knew were not going to be great partners. So I never really thought about it. But then when we got together and it was later, it made me want it.
Yeah.
Because of my relationship with him.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like, I wish we could have another one, because it's been such a great experience. And to that relationship, like I didn't grow up with siblings, so I've always been very envious of that connection. So
that's such a good point, though, because it like rang a bell for me, because whenever I do read like the comments on social media when the show's airing, and it's like, Kristen just, got knocked up because this guy was willing to, and she's always wanted it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I see what it looks like. And I have been the first person to say, every guy that I've ever dated, I thought was the one I was going to marry. Like, that's just the land of romanticizing relationships that I lived in. But like, I chose Luke and Luke chose me, and we didn't accidentally get pregnant.
No,
we were together for over 2 years before we actually did conceive.
Yeah.
Like, and we got pregnant the year before. We had a loss. Like, we tried. Like, this was a very purposeful moment for us. And I can't imagine doing it with anyone else.
It's so mind-blowing, the small-minded meanness of people. For what benefit? Like, what point? Like, that's just
commiseration or deflection. Yeah. It's like all I can imagine.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to just ignore, block it out.
How do you handle that, though? Do you just not read the comments? I mean, there's so much love out there for you too. Yeah. Like, you don't want to miss out on the good stuff too.
And this is like the first time in my whole reality TV career where there has been a lot of love. So I'm like really soaking that in. But I've kind of, I don't know. I feel like for many years, I've just been like, I mean, you can say things about me all day long. There's nothing I haven't heard before. And it's been much worse.
Kind of a superpower
ago. Yeah. But it's only when people go after the people that I love.
Yeah.
But as far as like me, my body, you know, their ideas about my pregnancy or their ideas about me and Luke, I'm just like, you don't know us. You don't live in my house. Like, you have no idea. You're watching
a snippet.
45 minutes is an episode, right? On a reality show that we filmed hours and hours in a week of footage. And this is what you get to see. So if you're judging me based off that, by all means, I guess you don't have anywhere else. You know, you have nowhere else to pull from, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. I would 15 years on TV.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like that had to be an essence of you from the beginning, though. Like that had to be a character trait, because it's a unique trait.
Yeah.
Like I would not be able to handle that. Like I would just crumble.
I mean, you think so, but it is easy to just turn it
off. Yeah.
Like you don't have to read it.
Yeah. You were saying about the village, and that was the thing that I really noticed when Rumi came along. I felt like I got led into this new club I didn't even know existed, the Mom Club. And they were so supportive, and so like people were bringing things over and it just so generous and so kind. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know this group existed. So then it was like this overpouring of like really, really great energy. And then you know, like to your point, then the circle became really tight and small because you just have to, you know, you get
well, it's like who wants to show up and hang out with you when you're just at home with the baby? Like who still wants to show up for you and spend time with you and be there for you and allow you to be a part of their lives as well. And I mean, I was texting with my best friend Zach last night, and after our nanny had left, I was like, oh, what are you doing? It's just me and Kaia at home. And he's like, okay, do you guys want to come over? I was like, no, not at all. And I'm sure it's not very enticing that it's just me and Kaia like watching Miss Rachel, but if you want to come over. And then he was like, that's always fun for me. And so it's like, I know which people that I can always call who will just come over and hang out with me and the baby.
Yeah.
And don't have any more expectations of me.
Yeah.
And that's really important.
What would you say is like the hardest thing that you're sort of going through right now?
Energy is a little tough. I think being my age, like I understand.
I hate to say it.
People having babies in their 20s is quite different than having a baby in your 40s.
Yeah.
And just keeping up with her and staying.
Especially now she's walking. Yeah.
Yeah. And then realizing, man, I'm going to be 60 when she graduates high school. So like, I better make 50s the new 20. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So
we're always like, Herb was like, I got to go work out. I've got to stay young for this baby.
Yeah. We got to stay young, got to stay healthy.
Yeah. And we went to, a friend of mine got tickets to go see Rod Stewart at the Hollywood Bowl. And it was one of the only nights I had gone out. Yeah. And I was like, we went and it was like 4 boxes from the front. It was amazing. It was like the perfect night. It was a great group of people. And then Rod Stewart's, you know, he's 80 something. Yeah. He's dancing around. And then he goes, I'm so excited because my whole family's here tonight, except for my 13-year-old son who has to be at home tonight for school.
He's a 13.
Exactly. So then I was like, a 13-year-old, he's 80. And I'm starting to do the thing. And then I realized my own situation. And I was like, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's great. And he's going to be a great dad.
Yeah. That's wild though. He's 7 with a 13.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably have like 6 nannies per kid.
Right.
Good for them.
Yes.
But that's wild. But yeah, energy I think is the biggest thing. And then reminding myself like every day, like I have to, like we said earlier, like I have to stay healthy. I have to keep my body, my brain, my mind, my soul, like I have to keep it all super healthy.
Yeah.
To raise this kid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. The thing in place I've really noticed it is the bending down and picking her up where you're like, okay, I probably need to do more squats.
Yeah. Those are our squats.
We call them RDLs, Rumi deadlifts.
Rumi deadlifts. That's hilarious.
So what is like, so you just wrapped filming, right?
In November.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because the show just finished airing. So where is like, what's like next for you? Like, what's the thing that you want to focus on for you? Because I know you have your t-shirt company.
Yeah, we have that. We're working on, like, I'm excited to start going, okay, I can spend this day, and this day out of the week.
Yeah.
And really do things that are for me or for our future.
Mm-hmm.
So still working on James May, of course. It's like my little heart and soul project. And then the thing I've been working on the most lately is I wrote a book back in right before the pandemic. The worst timing of when it came out, I was canceled. The pandemic started. It all just was
imploded.
A complete dumpster fire. And the whole reason that my writing partner, Michelle, and I wrote the book was to make it into either a series or a movie. Like that was why we did it from the beginning. Michelle had written How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days as a book in the 90s, and they developed into the most amazing rom-com of our time.
I mean,
so that's where we're like, you know what? Time has passed.
That's the one movie that I love to put on.
Yeah. All
it's just, you always feel good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like our next venture is like,
that's cool.
Let's start putting our eggs in that basket because I remember in 2020, like how much sheer joy it brought me just to sit with my writing partner for hours and hours on end and like tell these stories and become a better writer. And it was something that was so self-fulfilling.
That's great.
So I was like, you know, that's where I need to like dive back in, like get the creative juices flowing again.
Yeah.
I think that's also tough being mom is like remembering to be creative again and not just get things done.
You're so right about that. I feel like I'm like to-do list, even down to hanging out with her.
Yeah.
Like, okay, put that away and just sit there and watch her play with your blocks and don't achieve anything in this moment. But on the flip side of that, then too, you still need to remember that you do have things that you want to work on and that do give you joy that, you know, run alongside.
Yeah. And,
you know,
and eventually, and maybe it's like a little selfishly that it's something I want her to see, even though she's not going to remember this for years to come. She's not going to remember being 1 year old. But when she's like in elementary school and she sees that mom's working on passion projects because they just fulfill me and they make me happy. Like the book didn't make me a ton of money. It wasn't a New York Times bestseller. It came out at the crappiest time of my life, but I'm still really proud of it.
Yeah.
And so I want
you still achieved it.
I did. Yeah. And I want, it all kind of comes back down to her in a way, but I'm like, I want her to see that you can have these awesome hobbies and you can try things.
Yep.
Even if they're scary.
Yep. And it doesn't have to be an outcome too.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you can just be, fulfill yourself.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love that. I have a fun little game.
Let's do it. I love that you're wearing your little roomie necklace. Well, like I never take this off.
Because I am terrified of getting a tattoo because I'm such a pain freak. And so when she was born, Herbert was he doing the Valley? No, he was doing Calabasas Confidential.
Yeah, Calabasas.
And they were shooting at a tattoo parlor.
Stop.
So he got a tattoo. He got a tattoo while shooting.
That's amazing.
And then I was like,
what a good story. Is there like later in life?
It's so great. Yeah, it's so great. But I was too chicken. So I was like, it's going to be the nameplate necklace.
Yeah, I don't have Kaia's. I mean, I have a lot of tattoos, but I don't have her name on me yet. But yeah, right after she was born, I was like, I'm never taking it.
No, same. And it's so funny how many people are like, oh, hi, roomie.
Yeah. You're like, yeah,
no.
That's all.
So we're going to do this thing called Great or Shade.
Okay.
And I'm going to call out some things and you have to say great or shade. And if you say shade, why?
Okay.
Voice notes that take longer than 2 minutes.
Shade. I can read the transcripts, but I don't have that much time. Just call me.
Taking a mental health day.
Oh, great. Absolutely. We all need it.
Leaving a group chat without saying goodbye.
Great. Listen, I'm a fan of an Irish goodbye, and usually it's to make a point, though.
I'm a queen of Irish goodbye, and it's only gotten worse now. Ending a friendship without an explanation.
Shade. If it's a friendship, like truly a friendship, at least have the conversation.
Having dessert for dinner.
Great. I mean, I won't do it anymore. I ate enough cheesecake to feed like the entire nation when I was pregnant. So no more dessert for me. But.
We had Rumi's birthday last week, and it was the first time with the cake. She hasn't had sugar.
Same with Kaia until her birthday.
And I was like, are we just going
Did she
down?
like it?
I mean, you could tell it was like a stimulation, but then I quickly moved on and got rid of it. But I was like, did we just go down the portal of hell here that I'm never going to be able to come back from?
I'm like, is she not going to eat food anymore because she expects the cake?
Yes.
But it was just fun, and I think she forgot.
Yeah, same. Okay, good.
Lucky us.
It's funny that we both thought the same thing. Crocs outside the house.
No, absolute shade. And Luke has this pair of Croc sandals from I don't even know what year, and we can only find them on eBay now in his size because they don't make them.
So they're vintage.
And Luke, they're not vintage. And he wears them with socks, and they drive me nuts. But at like literal Crocs, like I can't.
Exact same way. Cold plunges.
Not for me, but great. I'll do like a facial cold plunge.
Oh yeah,
just not like my whole body.
Yeah. No, sometimes that's key.
Yeah.
Particularly after 40.
Yes.
Couples sharing one social media account.
I follow a lot of couples that do, and I'm kind of like, that's so cute and great. And then you don't have to have two.
Right.
I feel like I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to be like, Luke, can we just share one? Like, I'm over it.
And you post for me.
If you like put out content that's like cool, I think great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this family, this British family, the Eden family. All they do is dance, but it's the whole family. And so it's mom and dad who are dancers. They're two little girls. They just had another baby. And so it makes you happy. You're like, okay, I feel good. I can go.
I follow like everything on my algorithm. I'm like, love dancers, singers. Yes, love it. Follow. This is
Baby's
what I want.
Eating food for the first time. Yes.
Baby's ripping paper. I'm all over it.
Oh, putting the phone away for the entire weekend.
Great. And I need to do it. I've done it one time in my whole entire life. I went to Mexico with some friends years ago, and where we were staying, there was no phone, there was no internet, there was nothing. Like the workers at this house had walkie-talkies. Mm-hmm. And that was it. And I was there for like 4 days or 5 days, and I only had to charge my phone once, and it was just because we were using music that I had already downloaded.
Wow.
And it was so freeing.
Well, on Bachelor, when the cast arrived to go on the show, they
have to give them up, right?
Yeah, they have to give them up, and they don't have them for the entire run. Yeah. And I would always be so jealous of that feeling of not having to be on the phone. But I've never done it. I've never not had it for any time.
I should do that.
I want to try.
I should challenge Luke. Even if it's just, I mean, like we barely do a night. I've been getting a lot better because we're not on our phones much in front of Kaia unless it's like FaceTiming or showing
because
her
then
herself.
She wants it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that was a complaint Luke had recently about me where he's like, you're just on your phone all the time. And I'm like, what? I'm not doing anything weird. I'm on Pinterest. I'm playing games. I'm just like, my ADHD is like clocking out. But he noticed that it was causing like a drift between the two of us. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to put my phone down.
It's a fair thing. Like Herbert and I are pretty good about it, but I will say since Rumi's arrival, in those moments, because we have work to get done too, where you're like, I gotta post this, I gotta do that. And I've noticed that we've started doing it a bit more, and I want that to stop because it does. It's subtle, but it does create a shift. I think so.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, Kristen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I'm just so happy for you. I know it was really fun.
I'm so happy for you. She's like, she's so cute.
Now I'm going to go back and stare at her.
Yes, exactly. Like, send me pictures. I'll send you pictures.
Please. I want to get on the mom chat.
Yes, let's do it.
Before you go, I just want to say thank you for spending time with us. If this conversation spoke to you, I'd love it if you would subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who might need to hear it. And thank you so much for being here.